Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here in June. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Welcome back to Big Mouth, and you can keep this and any other conversation I ignite going over on my Twitter at Movies TV Mad, on my Vero at Big Mouth One, and the extension to this channel is my Instagram, Big Mouth. So check all those social media platforms that I am on. So, this is what Elizabeth Banks had to say about her movie, Charlie's Angels. Well, if you're going to have a flop, make sure your name is on it at least 4 times. I'm proud of Charlie's Angels and happy it's in the world. Well, but is she though? Is she? It makes me laugh with Hollywood creatives and people who just work in the town. They kind of just spew BS constantly. I think the thing to do here would have been to keep your mouth shut. Now, everyone's applauding this tweet. There's hundreds of thousands of retweets and likes, but what are you actually liking? Yes, Elizabeth, right? Can I call you Liz? We'll call you Liz, right? So I don't have to keep on saying Elizabeth, right? Liz, right? It's as simple as this. Charlie's Angels is an IP, but it's not an IP. It's not a relevant IP. So the thing is, this was always going to flop hard. That's the one reason. You know, Alfred Gough and Miles Miller, the great creatives who gave us Smallville, also tried to do a Charlie's Angels TV series. Within, 3 or 4 or 5 episodes, it was cancelled by the ABC network. That tells you something. That should have told you. Those 3 or 4 episodes were awesome, and I was really excited. I was watching that show, and I loved that show. I know a guy in his 40s watching Charlie's Angels, right? Charlie's Angels isn't a vehicle for the extreme left to jump on and say, all girls together, girls are better than guys, right? And let's emasculate men and rise women up, right? And when you do that, you're going to have a flop on your hand. But I don't think it's the go woke, go broke thing here. I just feel, well, that's part of it. The thing is, right, let's get this straight, that Ford versus Ferrari was in theatres at the same time as the release of this film, right? And this is the thing that really hurts people with Liz's agenda, is every woman decided not to go to this girl movie, right, and to see Ford versus Ferrari, a movie led by 2 males. What does that tell you? That these women would rather go and see Matt Damon and Christian Bale going for it than these women, shooting it up, beating up only exclusively men, trying to make men look stupid. Because here's the thing, Liz. Now, I don't know if you're married to a man or if you're with a woman. I don't know. If you're single, I don't know. But let me tell you about women that I know. Women that I know are married to men. Women that I know are best friends with men. Women, most women, not all, but most women take it personally when you attack the people that they love. And this is what you are doing. And this is what the extreme left are doing. And this is why, one of the reasons your film flopped. But the main reason is nobody cares about Charlie's Angels. It's irrelevant. Let it die in peace. What's interesting is, in the early noughties, we had 2 Charlie's Angels movies. Again, I didn't even go and see them, but I will tell you this: they made really, really good box office. That's why they got a sequel. I wasn't interested in those Charlie's Angels movies. I did watch the 70s TV show as a kid, and I enjoyed it because it was about these people, going out, solving crimes, doing the next mission that Charlie told them to do. And the whole thing is, there's a bit in this film that says, don't call me Angel. You can't keep on progressing with this agenda, this nuts agenda. People are not embracing it. But what's worse for you, Lizzie, and the people who are trying to forward this agenda, women are rejecting you. Yes, women are rejecting you, are rejecting your movies. Women fighting for women, women holding women up. Have you been to a nightclub? Have you been to a nightclub? Have you seen women, throwing beer over each other and smashing bottles over their head over a man? That's not what women do. Most women don't even like each other, really. They hug, they embrace, and they go home, and then they moan about their mates. Look at her. Do you see her hair? That's what women are. That's who they really are. That's the real world, Lizzie. The kind of agenda. You're trying to create this feminine army. You can't. Because people are human beings and not genders. If you made a Charlie's Angels film, maybe, that actually was just about these women being awesome and strong and solving crimes and being capable and independent, then people, more women, would have embraced you. But this is something, so since it's been announced that this film's a flop, Lizzie just can't help herself. So she said people went to see Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel because they're from male genres. Right, let's tear this agenda up straight away. Wonder Woman is the third superhero ever created, right? Ever created, right? And so many female fans for Wonder Woman. Now, Captain Marvel, she may have a point. The only reason people went to see Captain Marvel was because it was the next film after Infinity War. They wanted some kind of clues about Endgame. And you could kind of argue that, right? You can kind of argue that. But there's so many female-led films that have done well and have been embraced, you know. The problem is when you're making a film to go to attack a gender, right, to emasculate a gender, nobody's going to buy it. And she's calling, literally, she's saying people are sexist for not going to see her film. So hang on a minute, right? Are women sexist, Lizzie, for choosing to go to see Ford v Ferrari rather than your film, Charlie's Angels? Because that's your target audience. That's who didn't go to see. Okay, men weren't interested in seeing it either. But let's be honest, your target audience is females. And that's how you failed. Forget about the box office. Forget the film cost 40, 50 million. How? I don't know. It must have been Lizzie's trailer. Maybe there was too many gold bars she was resting on between takes or something, right? Let's not forget this person was implemented in writing and producing and directing this movie. Why? What has Elizabeth Banks achieved in the industry? And all of a sudden, Sony are saying, we trust you, Lizzie. Go and make a movie. She had the budget too high, right? Astronomical costs. They had to even try and get it down from what it was. I'm hearing 70, 80 million. You know, this woman is inexperienced. Yes, she's an experienced actor. But this woman hasn't earned her place in this industry to be writing, producing, and acting in a movie, right? This is insane. I would actually argue that someone like Jennifer Lawrence has more right to write, produce, and direct and act in a movie rather than this person. I don't know what this person's achieved. She's acted in TV. She's done a few movies. But where have they found the confidence in her to allow her to write, produce, arrange, direct, and act in a movie? It's a big mistake. So, of course, it failed. The marketing was terrible. There was hardly any action in this film. How can you not have hardly any action in a Charlie's Angels movie? What do they think they are doing? I mean, they cast Kristen Stewart in this film because Kristen was very popular in the Twilight era, but she's not the darling of the teen girls anymore. If she went from Twilight and then went to this film, maybe they would have had a bigger box office with young girls, but that's gone now. All those young girls are adults, and not even they bothered to go and see the film. I'm sorry, your messages. This film is This film is built on hatred for a gender. Do you understand? And when you build something and arrow it towards a hateful agenda, people are going to reject you. And here lies the problem with Hollywood right now. You keep on failing. First of all, Charlie's Angels is a boring IP that men or women are interested in. Then you double down on your agenda. And it's a mixture of both. So I've seen a lot of videos saying, go woke, go broke. No. You can't just label the SJW thing at this. This is a badly made movie by a novice producer a novice director, a novice writer who has no business being allowed to be running a whole movie, not because she's a woman, because she doesn't have a clue. And it looks like they allowed her to do what she wanted, because if they didn't, she would have started crying, you're sexist, you're sexist. Everyone's sexist that doesn't give Lizzie her own way. And that's the problem. This is why this film failed. You know, I don't choose my movies on the gender of the person writing, directing, or starring in it. Again, this is what Hollywood have got wrong. How I choose my movies is I look at the trailer, and if it excites me and if it compels me, I will go and see it. If I think this is going to be boring and I'm going to forget it as soon as I walk out, why would I spend my 10 euros on it? This is the thing. This is the thing they don't understand. They literally have gone insane since Trump has become president. And I'm the last person who likes that president. He's terrible, right? But at the end of the day, you can't allow a horrible man to govern how you run your business. And this is what these people are doing. It's crazy. They're not going to stop. They're going to keep on going. And they will bankrupt this industry if they carry on.